My name is Herr. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. I haven't lived there since July 7th because we have a training organization that teaches citizens how to keep their republic. Woohoo! Let me ask you guys a question. Does government have too much power?
Yes.
Does government have too much control?
Yes.
Does government issue and take away your rights?
Yes.
Wow. Yeah. Think about what you're saying. What does the Illinois Constitution say with regards to power? Particularly regarding the people's power. What does it say with regards to people's control of government? What does it say with regards to the issuing or taking away of rights? Do you know? Anyway, our training program is designed to change your assumptions with regards to how you participate in government and how you look at your fellow citizens and whether or not you trust them enough to control their government. How many of you feel like, I don't trust my fellow citizens anymore? All right, everybody look at each other. What I want to do now is I want to introduce you to some folks who've been through our training program who are now members of the Center for Self-Governance organization nationally. And they're from Missouri. And Jan, well, they'll tell you about themselves. And then I'd like to finish up with a comment or two. Come on, guys. Come
on. Hello. My name is Jan Farrar. I was born and raised in Hannibal. And I actually went to college here and graduated from Blessing Hospital School of Nursing a long time, 30 years ago. Anyway, so Quincy has a little passion in my heart. Because I'm a nurse, I had no interest in talking to my elected officials, but I was fed up, kind of like many in this room. And so we embarked on this new journey at the Cape County Tea Party in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. And we had Mark come and speak with us in 2012. And several of us took his first class in Missouri in January of 2013. And level 1 alone is a jaw dropper. We are giving you, through self-governance training, the tools how to keep your republic. Every one of you in here taking the level 1 class. Has anyone in here taken the level 1 class? Oh, Bill. Let's give Bill a hand. Bill knows what it's like to keep your republic. We will give you the tools to empower you, the citizen, exactly how to speak to your elected officials and holding them accountable. They are your proxy vote. They work for you. It's that simple. It's intense training, I will tell you that, but it's that simple. You will have the tools by the time you finish level 1 of how to talk and speak and hold your elected official accountable.
All right, and yeah, it's quite an extensive training program, but it's not a high price to pay. So does anybody know for 50 points how many hours there are in a year? It's 8,500 plus hours. Our training program is 40. So in the thick of it, it's nothing. It's nothing. Did you know the Declaration of Independence has 2 sections to it with a middle section, right? The middle section is the complaining section. King George hurt me, right? That part. But the first part and the last part we spend a lot of time on, and it's the first part that we spend the most time on, right? Government is instituted, right? Deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed, right? We're like, yeah, secure my rights. But what about the last part of the Declaration? You know, the little last sentence there, it says, and for this declaration, with a firm reliance on divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor. Our training program totally recalibrates the way you think about instituted government and the selfish need to control it so that you can control other people's behavior. And let me think of a couple people. Let's see if there's some residents from Illinois that we want to control. Barack Obama? And some other folks, right? Right? Okay, but there's the other side of the Declaration of Independence, and it has to do with the mutual pledge to each other. We have lost the mutual pledge. Well, Not the folks in this room, that's not the point. We need to learn what that looks like again and how to speak that language. I want to introduce you to Brian Bowman. He serves on the board of Center for Self-Governance. He's from Cape Girardeau also. He's on Jan's team. Both of them are working with our organization. Hey, Brian.
Yeah, I'm the chair of the Cape County Tea Party, and I happen to be here in Quincy when Barack Obama came to town, and the riot squad was sitting and you guys are sitting, we got great pictures of you guys sitting in the chairs in front of the riot squad. It was fantastic. What we learned in 2010 and 2012 is that getting the right people elected is not going to fix the problem, right? We had a lot of people stand up in front of us and say, hey, you send me to Washington, I'll stop this spending and we'll take care of this problem. What happened? Did the spending go down? Did the train suddenly turn around? Is it still going off the tracks? Right, it's getting worse. And now basically those people are starting to treat us like the enemy. Isn't that true?
Yeah, very much.
So, if we keep doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result, that's the definition of insanity. The thing about this program is it turns all that on its head. Instead of worrying about who we got elected, we guide them once they are elected. If all we do is go and vote and then turn around and walk away, what's going to happen? They're going to get inside there, going to get eaten up by the Leviathan, and they're going to do what they've been doing, continuing to spend, continuing to grow government, not only in Washington, D.C., but in Jefferson City and in Springfield. We got to do something different, and this program is that difference. This is how we save the Republic. This is how we keep the Republic. We're not trying to change things. We're not trying to transform America. We're trying to keep the Republic. I looked up real quick a while ago what your Quincy schools are teaching your kids. They are teaching your kids that we are a constitutional democracy. Are we a constitutional democracy? No, we're not. In every school that I've looked up when we go and do this presentation, every last school is teaching our children a lie. If we don't take back the language, if we don't get involved between the elections and guide our representatives between the elections at all levels, we lose the Republic. This program teaches a new, turned on its head method that will shift your paradigms about what you think about your government and your ability to control it. And you'll walk away empowered and feeling like, hey, I can do this. And guess what? Sometimes we're going to win, sometimes we're going to lose. We're going to be able to keep up this fight through this methodology, and you'll be winning more than you lose. We just fought a use tax down in Cape Girardeau County, Missouri. The Chamber of Commerce was for it. The Republican-led County Commission was for it. The Republican-led City of Cape Girardeau was for it. The Republican-led City of Jackson was for it. All fighting to pass this tax. Cape County Tea Party splintered off into a small group, and we beat it just by a little hair. Okay, how it's feeling? They got 34% yes to install the tax, and we got 66% no. They spent thousands and thousands of dollars. We spent $2,000. So this is how powerful this program is. Okay, we've gotten people elected already. We've slowed down the taxes. We've stopped things. It's really powerful. I hope you will consider coming out and at least taking level 1 of this program. It's worth 8 hours to have your head spun around on your neck and learn a new way of looking at things. And I beg you to please come out and do that. Thanks.
All right, so I love these guys because they're more practical and give you the nuts and bolts and how does it work. And I can't help it. I'm an ethereal guy. Sorry, forgive me. The first inaugural address of George Washington, he said, the preservation of the sacred fire of liberty. Is there anybody here who could run? Is there a Bed Bath & Beyond in town? Can somebody run real quick and go get us some sacred fire of liberty candles? What is that? You got a president of the United States saying something ethereal. The preservation of the sacred fire of liberty. And then he has an and conjunction, which he says, and the destiny of the Republican model of government are staked on the experiment entrusted into the hands of your government. No, that's not what he said. He said it's staked on the experiment and trusted into the hands of the American people. So I'd really like to encourage you. We have a training program that's for the American people. It's not to teach you how to win your issue or how to win your candidate. It's to teach you how to keep your republic. So I'll finish with this. Ben Franklin had an exchange with a woman from Philadelphia. And she asked him, "So, doctor, what have you given us, a republic or a monarchy?" And the response to her was, "It's a republic if you can keep it." Well, it's not a, how do you say this? Well, how do you do that? How do you keep a republic? We've been fighting for 200 plus years over the vote in the office, the vote in the office, the vote in the office. I'm just going to ask you guys a practical question. How is that working out for you?
Not very well.
Okay? There's an ingredient missing. Not that those two need to be eliminated. They need to continue. You have to vote. Don't stop voting. You have to get someone elected. There's a third ingredient missing. And it's the answer to Benjamin Franklin's response to this woman. It's the how-to. The founders referred to it as an experiment over and over and over again. What's the experiment? It's the how-to. Okay, we're not experts. We're just trying to fulfill the experiment. We are not a pharmaceutical company. We are an experimental company trying to figure out how to. So if you want to join us in that journey, it's a phenomenal experience. It's full of adventure. I've been to 39 states. We've got requests from 39 states. We're teaching in 18 of those now. This year alone, since January 2nd, I'm at 700 plus students just in my line of teaching around the country. I was in Nevada when the Bundy Ranch, cows were released. I was in Phoenix, Arizona when they went through their whole the whole issue with the person not wanting to take photographs, right, for the marriage thing. I was in Washington State when our level 5 graduates removed land acquisition dollars from their state budget. They did it. Citizens. Is that possible? Do you know what that feels like or smells like? I, citizen Mark, removed eminent domain money from the state budget. Doesn't that sound good? That sounds good to me. Right? I was in Arizona when a Navajo group was able to overthrow a contract that had already passed for traffic cameras in their town that was destroying their town. And so they circled around they circled around the city councilman and he flipped his vote. He motioned to reconsider, brought the contract back to life, resurrected it from the dead, put it back on the table, and then changed his vote and destroyed the contract. That was done by CSG trained students. Our goal is to teach you how to keep the republic, not how to fight between Republicans and Democrats, and how to be divided over your issues, guns or no guns. No, it's simple. You want to keep the republic? We've got a program that's experimenting in how to do that. Check us out. We're at tncsg.org, tncsg.org. We've got some sheets in the back. Is anybody interested in, now that we've done our little sales pitch, and taking our program? Anybody? All right, so she's got a little piece of paper if you want to sign up. We'll get in touch with you. Bill is your Illinois representative. I'm looking forward to coming into the state of Illinois to prevent what happened in Idaho 2 weeks ago. Did you know the Chicago Machine sent money and a candidate to run against a conservative, so to speak, candidate, one of our trainees? Spent thousands of dollars and brought this candidate in from Chicago. Like to prevent that. Matter of fact, Idaho would like you to help us, help them, help you. Wait, did I say it right? Help them, help. You know what I'm trying to say. To stop that. Right? By the way, she won by 65%. Sorry. Thank you.